Okay guys, today we're going to be talking about how to get the most out of your practice sessions throughout the winter.
Welcome to the Asprey, you're watching Me and My Golf TV.
Okay guys, so today we're answering a YouTube comment from Blanche Heron, and Blanche has asked about how to practice well throughout the winter. Winter months are here, and we've had a lot of comments on this, haven't we, actually? Not just Blanche, but we've had a lot of comments asking about how to get the best out of the practice sessions. And now, Andy, we obviously coach it throughout the winter at a driving range, and we see a lot of people go there. How many people would you say go away with an effective practice session?
I think there's a lot of people who turn up, practice, go home, and they've probably just had a lot of exercise, you know, they just swung the golf club around for an hour. But
a lot of people do that. They'll go and hit 50 golf balls, they'll be driving back, and if I were to ask the question, what have you achieved? And they go, well, they don't really know. They've probably worked at their technique a little bit, maybe.
And I think a good thing to mention is that a lot of them go to the driving range, practice what they already do, but expect to see a different result. And we always say, if I'm trying to think of that quote that we always use, Piers, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got. So if you're going to go to the driving range trying to improve, then you've got to do something different to actually get better, to get a change.
Yeah, and I think that. So I think where it starts is that you need to be at the driving range with a plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so whether it's being from watching one of our videos or from having a previous golf lesson with your coach, go there with a plan to know what you want to achieve technically. Yeah. Okay, so let's break it down for you, how I like to get my students to do this, and Andy, I know is exactly the same as this. So if you were to hit 50 golf balls, we want to make sure that 25 of them are working at your technique. So 50% of your practice routine is working at technique. So your practice session is working at technique. So that's when you look at maybe, as I said, our YouTube videos or what your coach has been working at with you, and you ingrain that, you work at it. So you do your 5-minute warm-up first of all, so a dynamic warm-up. You do 25 shots working at technique. Now the other 25 are probably the most important because they're what we call consequence training. So the biggest thing that people do when they go to the driving range, if they hit shot 26 and they hit a bad shot, it doesn't matter because shot 27 they can just pull it in. Now on the golf course it does matter, and that's the big difference. The golf course, every shot counts, whereas the driving range, they never count. The only one that really counts is the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, and how many people say, oh, I can hit it great on the range, but when I get on the golf course, I struggle. But then obviously on the golf course, there's some things that matter out there.
For sure. I mean, they come away from a practice session with perceived confidence. They think they've got confidence because they've hit it well, but as soon as they hit one bad shot on the golf course, they've got nothing to back up the fact that they're actually a good player. Yeah. So what I like to get people to do is say, well, if you've got 25 golf balls left, well, let's pick 5 golf clubs out of your bag. So maybe start with a driver and then maybe go to a 4-iron, a 6-iron, an 8-iron and a pitching wedge. So there's your 5 clubs. And you can say, right, with those 5 clubs, you can hit 5 golf balls. And pick a target on the range. I like to go really small. I like to go for a 10-yard gap because that means that when they get on the golf course, they never ever really have a 10-yard gap on the golf course. No. The fairways
make it harder, make practice harder.
The greens are bigger, yeah, make your practice harder. So with those with that 10-yard gap in your 5 golf balls, give yourself a score that you want to achieve. So 3 out of 5. Yeah. So I say 3 out of 5, and see what you can achieve. Now what you need to do with this is obviously go through all 5 clubs, but then record it. So when you actually record it, you'll see whether you're getting better. So if you're only doing 2s and 1s, whereas a couple of months ago you were doing 3s and 4s, then you need to address that. And if you want to really get sort of stuck into it, you can actually mark down whether they're missing right and whether they're missing left. So you can actually
start to see what you need to change then, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. And you can take that information to your golf coach and say, well, do you know what? Under pressure, you miss the ball to the right. Now that's the good thing about this game, you are practicing pressure as well. So if me and Andy go and practice, we do this game. We make sure...
We'll have a little competition head to head. It's always good to involve that little bit of pressure, isn't it?
I don't want to lose to you, and vice versa. So, you may pay for a pint or whatever it is, but make sure there's a reason for winning, if it's not just only to beat your friend.
Yeah,
definitely. Okay, so what you need to do is, first of all, make a plan. Really, really important. Make a plan what you're going to achieve on your technique. Go there, warm up. Do your 5-minute warm-up. You haven't got to hit pitch shots to warm up. I don't think pitching to a target 40 yards away is a warm-up. I think, there should be a lot of movements going on. Maybe we can do some of that in a later video. Then you've got your 25 shots working at your technique. Great. So don't rush it. Take your time, work at positions, check mirrors and do those sort of things. Whatever you do, maybe do some video work. and then get into your consequence training. So your 25 golf shots, your 25 golf shots with your 5 different golf clubs, and that is going to help you have a really good practice session.
You go away then feeling that you've achieved something, and you know you've got there's purpose there, isn't there?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, guys. So if any of you guys have got any other ideas on how to have good practice sessions, that's just one idea. We adapt it all the time, but that will really work. If you did that 3 times a week now up until April, I guarantee you're going to be a better golfer than you were this time last year. Okay, guys. Hope you liked the video. Give us a thumbs up if you do. Post your comments down below, and we shall see you soon.
Left hand is sort of opposite the lead thigh there. You can see that shaft leaning quite a lot forward. I've exaggerated a touch there, but the majority of the amateurs that we coach, we see a lot of them, they're very much back with this shaft, which is not quite as much as that.
It's difficult from the camera.